Guys, welcome back to the Lunaris. I know it's been a while since I have done an episode, and to be honest, I don't really have a good reason because I got KSP, and so I've been playing that a lot recently, and not gonna lie, I kind of forgot about this series that I have. Now, this rocket is a new launch pad and landing pad for the moon base. Now, the reason this video is kind of short is one, because the building phase of it, my game crashed, so I lost the footage. And then the other reason is I'm kind of pinched for time right now. I have to go somewhere soon. And so the next episode, which is probably going to be released the same day, is going to be a refueling station, which is also going to come with new builder drones, because I had a hard time actually, when this landed on the moon, as you will see, it was kind of fragile, and so I had a hard time, and I really needed to move it. And so that's why the next episode I'm actually working on building drones, or builder drones, kind of like I have on the SSO, which I'll do a tour of it, because as you might have seen in the last video, the last video I did, which was the actual first time it's been used, you might have seen some other things that you didn't see in its actual showcase. Now, I don't have a name yet for the base, so if anyone has any good ideas, because I'm not really good at naming names, I'm not gonna lie, I actually used ChatGPT to come up with a name for this series. I'm not even kidding. So, I'm creative, but not when it comes to naming things. So this is, you might have noticed a few seconds ago, I kind of went on a rant. I did, instead of actually getting an orbital insertion burn, I just straight up burned retrograde and burned straight down to the thing, because I was so pinched on fuel. I had no fuel left. As you can see here, I actually crashed in, and this is one of the 5 or 6 times I had to retry putting this thing down, because it was really a struggle to get this thing in the correct spot. And this is the second landing right here. I'm coming in. I really didn't put enough fuel in this, but it ended up working out in the end. And then, I'm also the third now next episode after the refueling station is a power generation. Now that, I have ideas what I'm going to do for the episode. The problem is I just don't. It takes me a minute to figure out how to build it. But this one really didn't. It's just man, this pad just isn't big enough, because the refueling station's going to be big. Same with the power generation. And I've been looking at right here you can see almost the catastrophic, broke a bunch of things and almost broke the receiver, the radio receiver. Now this is the actual, I believe this is the one time I was actually able to get it in the right spot. No, it was not, never mind. Now this new pad is a lot more fragile than the last one, because this time I forgot that, the strongest pieces in the game are the rover wheels. And I didn't make it out of rover wheels like I did the other one with the other pad. So I might actually have a problem in the future landing things on this pad, because, fuel tanks are actually quite fragile compared to other parts like struts and, rover wheels. Now, it took me a few tries, and I ran out of fuel here and almost hit the habitation module, which would have been pretty bad. Now, another idea I have is I'm gonna add, kind of thinking of a dome. Now, the thing is, I can't build that. I'm not good at all at BP editing, so I'll probably find one from SFS Plus, and if I can't, I might actually try making a dome, which, that might be something that will take me a very long time. But right now, the focuses are, becoming self-sufficient. Now, like I said before a few minutes ago, I hope that one of you guys can actually come up with a name for the base, and whichever one, either if there's only like 2 comments, if there's only 1 comment on the name, it's gonna be that name, but if there's multiple, whichever one has more likes, I'll name it that, which isn't really a good way to vote, but whatever. But yeah, hopefully some of you guys that are more good at, or are better at naming things, come up with a good name. Now, this is the time when I actually got it actually made it. I had to move the radio receiver, where the satellite was. I don't know what RC stands for, I kind of forgot. I had to move it out of the way because this one's a lot bigger than the last one. And, well, I didn't really measure any of it. Like, at all, I didn't measure anything, I just built it based on one of my rocket sizes, which is the biggest rocket I own. So now I had to now I'm detaching it, but I gotta make sure I'm careful because it's kind of fragile and I was getting very annoyed. Now it was kind of because I didn't measure it, because the moon isn't a perfectly flat surface, it kind of looks a little weird, and I tried to move it a bit, but I gave up after just a minute or 2. Now, next episode, we'll come out with our refueling station, but have a good day.